Okay, birth number 2. Fern is gonna have her babies today. I'm excited. Hi, Willow. Just chilling. She's licking a lot. She's acting pretty agitated. I know. But she hasn't started pushing yet, and that's what we're waiting for. Now, I'm really excited to watch Fern deliver, because if you remember last year, she delivered in the middle of the night, like a week before her due date, so I didn't really get to see her deliver, and she was the one I was most excited about because she has a very wide stance, but what we really call it in the goat world is having a wide escutcheon, and having that wide rump, that wide escutcheon, means she should have easier deliveries. Hopefully, as long as the positioning is good, she should be able to just pop them right out. So we're gonna watch and see what happens. I wanted to document for next time. See how big she is now. She's definitely bigger than she was when she had twins. So we're hoping that she has 3 in there. We'll see. They always squeeze themselves into that little spot. Okay, she's laboring pretty hard now. Contractions are about a minute to a minute and a half, so very close together. She's licking, but not quite pushing yet, so we just wait. I love how after contraction stops, they look and they're like, is it there? Has the baby come yet? And they start licking themselves, thinking, okay, it's gotta be here soon. All right, we've got our first push. Doing so good, Fern. Yes, you're doing good. Okay guys, it's the next day and I have to now explain what happened because it got really crazy really fast. So there's a point during labor where they reach a peak. They do a lot of light pushing and Fern was doing that for a while. But then things get really intense and they push pretty frequently, and that's how you know a baby is coming down the canal. Well, she was doing that and nothing was coming down. So at that point I could tell something was wrong. And it was likely that there was a baby stuck in a bad position, which is not what you want. So just to be safe, I called the vet and I had the vet on his way over. He was about an hour away. Usually when they start hard pushing, you have about 30 minutes, 45 minutes before you want to see a baby. And so when 45 minutes passed, I decided to call the vet, get him on the way, and then I would start to work on it myself and see what I could accomplish myself. So I gloved up and lubed up and checked her, and yep, there was a full breech baby, and it was almost like the hocks, or like right where the back, I guess you would call it a knee, was stuck. And so I had to get those legs out first before that baby was gonna come out. So, excuse my non-gloved hand here. I could not feel anything with the glove on. It was so much harder. So I just disinfected my hand with alcohol and went in, and I could feel things so much better. So I know it's not exactly sanitary, but I had to do it. That way I could feel between her leg and her rump and everything that was all smushed in there. So I was able to get one leg out, and then I could get it down the canal a little bit, get that second leg down a little bit, and then right before it came out, I was able to get that second leg out. So yeah, he's coming in breech, and he's only got 1 foot.
Okay.
So I've got to get this other one. So
okay.
I know, Fern.
Tell me if you want me to grab anything for you.
I know, I'm just trying to make... Where is that other hoof? Push! Oh! Oh my god!
Good job!
Oh my god!
Got a little chocolate baby. Good girl, Fern.
Good
That's good.
Good job, Fern! Oh
Oh, look how pretty. Look at his balls.
It's a
Little
little girl!
Good job,
Oh my goodness.
Fern.
Fern!
Good job.
That was a hard first one, okay.
So it was a bit of a crazy delivery. I was totally excited about Fern just shooting him out, no problem. But when a baby is full breech, especially with that hock kind of locking up against her pelvic bone, it's almost impossible for them to come out on their own. So, we got the first one out.
Good job.
That's a cute little baby.
It is, you did a good job. Is it a Chamazé?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh my gosh, it is a Chamazé. Wow.
So
Fern, you worked so hard, I feel so bad. And it's a doeling, so we're really excited about that. Now I knew she had more because when we did the ultrasound, it looked like she had 3 to 4 in there, but she was acting normal. Now she wasn't acting like she was in distress, she wasn't digging, she wasn't pushing, she was just licking her baby like a normal mama would, but I knew she had to have more in there. So I went in and I felt, and she had a baby right there in the canal, but she wasn't pushing. It was like she just didn't want to push anymore. I've never had that happen before. It could have been that the first birth was so traumatic that she just was not interested in pushing anymore. So when I chatted with the vet on the phone, he said, you know what, when you pull the first one, sometimes it's best to just pull the rest of them, because the mama has gone through so much trauma and stress of trying to push that first one out before you intervened, that it's best to just get the others out as quick as possible. So I went in again, and this baby was perfectly positioned. There was plenty of room, and she just didn't really want to push. I don't know why.
Ooh, it's a Winston. That's a fat baby.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Good grief.
I bet this one's a boy, yep.
Because he's big.
He's huge. The second one was a buckling. So she had a doeling and a buckling, and I was sure that she was gonna have more. She looked big, right? Like, she looked big, but she is a bigger doe to begin with, and she was not pushing anymore. So I had to go in with a gloved hand again and feel to see if I could feel anything else inside of her, and there was nothing. She's done. She was done. So we have 2 little babies from Fern again. Her first year she had 2, and her second year she had 2. I really thought she was gonna have 3 this time, but I'm just happy that they are healthy and that we are done with that kidding. And I'm glad that we got a doeling out of it. So I guess I'm kind of bummed that I couldn't show you guys what a really wide rump and escutcheon can do during a delivery, because normally those are the kind of does that can just have babies no problem, and she did do it herself her first year, but that first baby was so locked up in there that she probably wasn't likely to get it out on her own. So we had to intervene, but Fern did amazing. She's an amazing doe. She's a great mama. I'm excited to see her take care of them, and I'm excited to raise them up and see how they do. Okay, we've got Fern and her 2 babies in here, and Tatum and her 1 baby in here, and Hazel and her big baby. We just put them in here for fun, but normally they get to be in the whole area. Okay, we'll let you out. Come be in the whole big area.
It's afternoon nap time.
I know, Lydia. Look how cute she is.
Oh my goodness.
Is she adorable or what?
Oh.
You're so sweet. Oh my goodness. And he's just sleeping over here too. I think we have to pick him up, Lydia. Oh my goodness.
You're a hungry boy.
Is he your favorite?
I don't know. I like the girl better.
I know. We've been wanting doelings for so long, so. He is so cute.
Hungry.
You know what's so funny is that I really thought that was a doeling. If you just look at its face, you're just like, oh, it's a little doeling. But nope. It's a buckling. So I don't think either of them are pulled.
They might be. Like, you can barely see the swirls.
Maybe. The skin does move a little bit. Maybe. We'll have to see. It's kind of iffy on them. I think that you might. Well, I don't think that either of them are polled, and they both don't have blue eyes, but we got a doeling, and that's what I'm excited about because we want to raise up doelings and see how Zorro's daughters do. So hopefully she's a good one. He looks like a mixture of Wally and Winston.
Yeah, he does.
Has those same sort of colors. And I don't know if she's like a real chamoisée or not. I have to look it up. Because she does have this black underbelly. So maybe, or maybe just a little mix of colors. We don't know. We don't know.
I'm going pee-pee on my shoe.
She has really high shoulders though. She's just kind of crouched down. Is he peeing on you? You are so cute. This is Tatum's little boy. Okay guys, I think because this one does not have any fangs, I think that this one should be named one of the werewolves from Twilight. Like Quill. Or Seth. So then that way we'll have like a vampire name and a werewolf name. I guess we're gonna go Twilight this year. So I'll put a poll up of the names for Tatum's little boy down below. And I'll also throw in some names for Fern's babies here. And then hopefully by next time you guys have voted on your favorites. Alright guys, thanks for joining us. If you want to go vote in the poll, you can do that in the link in the description below. Or you can go ahead and watch the video of when little Fern was born, like 3 years ago. Click right here.